We are going to be using just a foam roller today, so that's the only thing you're gonna need. We're gonna roll out the legs and some of the upper body with your foam roller. It doesn't matter if it's long, whether it's short, just grab your foam roller and have a seat. We're gonna start with the glutes, the big muscles that we spend too much time seated. They start to turn off. Go ahead and cross your right leg over your left, and then adjust yourself so you're only on your right glute. We're going to start with some of these bigger muscles, work our way into the smaller ones. In each muscle group that we're on, we're going to spend about a minute and a half. So allow your body to relax into it. Allow your muscles to kind of melt around your foam roller, making sure we're moving nice and slow. If we find any particularly sensitive spots, that we hang out there. Make sure you're dropping your knee down towards the ground a little bit more so that you can really get into the hip, into that piriformis, to the medial glute. Keep going. We've still got about 20 seconds on this side, then we'll switch to the other side. Make sure you're getting closer to your tailbone. It's often missed. Good. We're going to switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. So have a seat. Then lift up so that it's only your left side on there, and roll. Again, allowing your muscles to relax. It doesn't do us any good if we don't relax to allow the roller to do the work. Breathe into any areas of discomfort. Drop that knee down, get into the medial glutes, the piriformis. We've still got about 25 seconds on this side, so kind of move around, get closer to the tailbone without actually going over any bones. The tops of the glutes, maybe a little closer to where the hamstring connects. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, let's go to the IT band. Everybody's least favorite. So starting on the hip, top leg is crossed, bottom leg is straight. Drop down on your elbow, and you are going to roll from the hip to the knee without going over any joints. Just rolling nice and slow and controlled. Good. You will undoubtedly find somewhere that feels particularly sensitive. Hang out there. Do some small little rolls. Again, we have to allow the muscle to relax. So if it's too much for you, don't go right on top of it. Maybe go next to it. Breathe and try again. We still have about 15 seconds here on this side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. You can just flip over to the other side. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see me, but same thing, other side. Hip, Bottom leg straight, top leg crossed, and roll. Breathing as you do this, don't hold your breath. Make sure you're getting as much new oxygen to those muscles as possible. As you can see, I'm not moving very quickly. Make sure you're doing this nice and slow and controlled. You want maximum benefit. If you're going to torture yourself with foam rolling, you might as well get the most out of it. If you have any spots, hang out there. Little rolls back and forth, trying to get it to release itself. Maybe see if you can find another spot. Breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to come to, we did our IT bands. We're going to do our lateral quad. So not on the front, but kind of this lateral strip here between the IT band and the front of the quad. So start at the hip, just like you would on the IT band, dropping down. So hips pointing forward, straight forward, and then we quarter turn in. That's how we're going to get this lateral quad piece, and roll. You're still keeping that bottom leg straight, pushing with the top leg, hip to knee, again without going over any joints. Breathe. Awesome. You've still got about 35 seconds here. Then we'll do the other side. Are you more sensitive near the knee, near the hip, both? Really depends on the type of exercise you do and the movement patterns you've created, plus any past traumas. Good, you have about 10 seconds here. We're going to switch to the other side in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you've taken up running recently, that one is probably pretty sensitive for you. So again, the hips are pointing forward, and then we quarter turn in. So now they have a slight angle towards the ground. Breathing. After this one, we're going to actually go to our inner thigh, the insides of the quad, to our adductors, which most people neglect when they're doing their foam rolling. And they can actually lead to strains of the hamstrings if they're not taken care of properly, and knee issues. Breathing. You're here for 30 more seconds on this side. Keep going. Find any spots you have. We've got 10 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, so I'm going to do the inside of my left thigh first. So I'm going to lay down on my side. I'm going to bring my roller perpendicular to my leg. I'm going to face chest down, and then I'm rolling out to the side and pulling it back in. I want to make sure I get all the way from the knee to as close to the inside of my thigh where my leg is going to connect into the pelvis. As far as you can, that feels okay for your body. And for most people, you'll probably find it's sensitive close to the knee, not uncommon. Good. Like always, find any spots that are sensitive, hang out there. We've got another 20 seconds here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do the other side now. Now you may have some discomfort, while working out on one side, and so you think, oh, I really need to roll out my right leg or whatever. Make sure you're always doing both sides. Otherwise, you will end up forming even worse imbalances than you might already have, and compensation patterns. So make sure you're always doing both sides. Even though the right calf hurts, do the left. Also remember that usually wherever the pain is, it's typically coming from above or below where you're experiencing the pain. Good. Keep going. We've got about 45 seconds still. Really getting into that inner thigh. Finding any sensitive spots. Hanging out there for your last 30 seconds. For me, I always notice I'm a little more sensitive towards the knee. So I'm going to spend this last 10 seconds there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to actually go to the fronts of our shins, to our anterior tibialis. And you're going to do that by coming directly onto the roller and then kind of shifting your weight to the outside. You want to make sure you're not on the bone, you're just on that meaty part. And again, you're rolling from the top of the ankle, again, no bones, to the knee, right through here. You can control how much weight goes into it by how much you use your other leg to hold you up, or really if you just sit a lot of weight down into it, it can make it harder. for another 25 seconds and we'll switch sides. Always adjusting the roller if you need to. See, I have some sensitive spots, so I've actually put my back knee on the ground to take off some of the pressure. Not all of it. Trust me, it's still sensitive. For 3, 2, and 1. Other side. So again, I start straight on, allow my weight to shift to the outside, so I'm right off of that shin bone. Good job. Now you might find one side is more sensitive than the other. That's super common. But notice it, pay attention, and start to notice if maybe the way you walk is different on one side, or the way you run is different on one side. We still have 20 seconds here. You may have had an injury, like maybe you've broken an ankle or sprained an ankle on one side, so you're going to have some scar tissue left over from that. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do the other side, so let's get into the calves. I'm going to start with my left calf. I'm going to start right at the ankle. I'm going to cross that right leg over for added pressure. If that is too much, just bring it down to the side. Rolling from the ankle to the knee. We're coming right to the top of the calf, so don't actually go behind the knee. If you're someone who does foam rolling at home on your own normally, sometimes it can be nice to just take a class to force you to do the areas you don't always do, or to spend a little bit more time on them. Breathe. And remember, it's nice and slow. You're letting your muscles relax into the roller. Kind of trying to allow them to melt around the roller. One more pass, and then we're going to turn our foot in towards the center. Now, move from the hip. Don't move just from the ankle. So I'm going to physically turn from the hip, internal rotation, to get the inner part of my calf. And if it's hard on your wrists or your upper body, just set yourself down every so often. Good. Let's do one more pass here. Awesome. Again, from the hip, turn it to the outside now. You're going to have one that's more sensitive. It's going to be inner or outer. Everybody has one. Rarely is neither sensitive. Just based on the way we walk and move and run. Good. And then the other side. So right foot is down, crossing the left over the top, straight down the center of that calf. Keep going. Awesome. One more pass, and then we rotate that foot in. Awesome. All right, turning that right foot in. And I do have, personal experience. I used to get calf cramps, like the kind that wake you up in the middle of the night, those Charlie horse calf cramps from being a professional runner. And I used to get them probably 5 out of 7 days out of the week, wake me up in the middle of the night. And then when I started foam rolling regularly, I honestly probably get them less than 5 times a year now. So it can do you a lot of good to spend time rolling. I know it's not always the most fun, quite often uncomfortable, but it can make a big difference. Go ahead and turn your foot out now. So, right foot is rotated out. It's our last one here before we go to the back. Doing a little upper body workout at the same time. 2 more passes. One more. Awesome. All right, grab that roller. Let's start with the mid-back. So go ahead and place it where the bottom of your shoulders are or your bra line is. Hands behind your head. Lift your butt up. It's going to stay up off the ground the whole entire time. Drop your head down as you roll towards your neck. Crunch it forward as you roll towards the midline. Good. Keep going. We have about 4 more passes or so. One more. And awesome. All right, so let's take it to the low back now. So place that roller directly behind your booty, lean back, pick a side. I'm gonna rotate away for right now. You're gonna find where your vertebrae are. You're gonna make sure you're not on your spinal column at all and roll from the top of the glutes to the bottom of the ribs. All through here in that lumbar part. And you may find a sensitive spot where your QL and your psoas connect. Can often be irritated. Three more passes. Awesome, let's do the other side. So we have this low back, and then we're gonna go into our lats, and then we'll be done for today. So again, I've leaned back over the roller, staying only on my left side this time. Allowing my body to relax into the roll. Two more passes. Awesome. All right, when we think about our back, we don't always think about our lats, even though they're really big muscles in our back. So we're gonna target it from here. We're gonna roll from here on down. So you're gonna kind of come to your side. You're gonna put that roller right kind of almost in your armpit. And then you're gonna roll from about like your armpit, kind of mid, I don't know, above your waist, but mid ribs. You can use your feet to help move you around. Now this is not, I'm not tipped forward, I'm actually tipped backwards a little bit in order to get into the lats and not just roll my ribs. A little sensitive in there. You've got about 15 more seconds. You find a spot, you're welcome to stop on it like I have. Hang out there. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Almost done. You might discover spots you didn't even know you had. You're here for about 30 seconds. $15 more seconds. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Good job. Thank you so much for joining me today.